A few weeks ago, I attended the Asia Value Investing Conference and I presented a company, today the largest position in my portfolio, Wise. The title of my presentation was What Most People Get Wrong About Wise. And this is also the title of a previous video I made. But I feel that people still get many things wrong about Wise. And today I want to discuss these things. First of all, most people don't really understand what is the future that Wise want to achieve and why this company has such a big moat. To understand Wise, of course, we need to talk about the banking system because Wise wants to make the system more efficient. And we need to understand why the banking system today is so inefficient. And the main reason is security. If you have to send money internationally for a normal bank, for the banking system, usually it is going to take 3 or 4 days. And it is for security reasons. Let me just give you a simple example. You have to send money to your friend in the same country using the same bank. The bank knows how much money you have and they know how much money your friend has. Of course, it is a simple transaction because all the three parties involved, they have full information and especially the bank during the transaction. But now there's a different kind of transaction. You have to send your friend money in the same country but another bank. Your bank cannot tell your friend's bank how much money you have in your bank account. This is confidential. So they have to communicate in a way to make sure that the transfer is done in a couple of days. So your bank will send a message to your friend's bank, tell them, okay, please check if this person there is real, if this bank account is real, and then the other bank will approve this and then the money will be transferred. And nowadays there are other ways that this can be done more rapidly, especially if it is in the same country. So your bank will send a message to that other bank that they have to give that person such amount of money and that in 2 days your bank will send the actual money. So in a way, these two banks, they have a kind of credit transaction between them, each other. So your bank owes money to the other bank and after 2 days, they're going to send the money. Now, if we have a transaction that takes place internationally, it is more complicated. I want to send money to my friend, let's say in Ethiopia. My bank or the person working in my bank, I'm sure none of them knows anything about the bank in Ethiopia, if that bank is even real. So they have to send the money to a bank that knows that bank in Ethiopia first. And of course, there is transaction costs, there are fees, and that bank, now it's a bigger bank, let's say like Citigroup, and then they are going to transfer that money to the bank in Ethiopia. And sometimes there are more than one intermediary bank. I have used quite an extreme example with Ethiopia. It could have been more extreme than that Eritrea. And each of these entities, they are going to take a cut from the amount of money you are sending. So that's why it takes a lot of time because it is all built on trust. The whole banking system is built on trust. If you have money in the bank, you need to trust the bank that tomorrow morning you go there, your money is still there. And if you're sending money to your friend, wherever they are in the world, you have to trust that the money is arriving to your friend in a certain number of days. And the bank also, they have to ensure that really you have the money. So it is built on trust. That's why it takes so many days. That's why it is costly. The banks themselves, they have built systems such as SWIFT to do this more efficiently. But still, it takes a few days to settle. The problem with attempting to replace the current system is that you need to have the same level of trust. And the fact that the banks, in a way, they have self-regulated themselves, they have built this system, they trust each other. They are not going to admit anyone into the SWIFT system. They trust each other. There's many rules that those local banks have to follow to get regulated by their central bank, and then they are going to enter the SWIFT system, which is controlled by the banks. It is self-regulated. So if you think that, for example, people have told me about Circle, they have told me, not the Circle that the Superinvestors Club is built on, by the way. If you're interested, please check out the Superinvestors Club where I talk about all my investments, all my analysis. Okay, let's go back to the Circle, which is not about us. People have talked about Ripple. So can we use these instead of the banking system? Yes, we can use them. But do they have the same level of trust? So what's Wise doing differently? They are not trying to beat the SWIFT system. They are not trying to compete with the SWIFT system. It seems that they are competing, but they don't want to remove it entirely. They are competing only up to the point to make it more efficient, to make it better. So The future of Wise is not the Wise that we have today, where you send money directly to your friend using Wise. It's the Wise platform. And Wise wants to bring more banks, more financial institutions on the Wise platform. So what exactly is the Wise platform? Let's use the example of Morgan Stanley or Standard Chartered, which recently joined the Wise platform. And these are the largest companies, banks on the Wise platform currently. So let's say someone with a Standard Chartered bank in Southeast Asia, they want to send the money to the UK. They are going to use the same process as before using Standard Chartered. There is nothing different. They won't even know that they are using Wise. But Standard Chartered, instead of using their internal system, going through the different banks, they are just going to send the money to Wise, and then Wise is going to use what they do usually, that is a local transaction, to make the transaction possible. And Wise wants more banks to join the platform to make it more efficient. And the more banks are going to join, the more volume they will be able to work with. And that's why the banks themselves, they cannot build something that is going to compete with Wise. HSBC, the largest global bank in the world, they tried it, but it failed. So if instead they join a platform that has much bigger volume, such as Wise, it would be better for them. So it's not just about the Wise platform itself, it's all the Wise volume that is being utilized by businesses, by individuals. Everything can be used for transactions. This is the mode of Wise. Nobody can come and do that. And the regulatory approvals they have got, everything that they have built over all these years, nobody can come and try to do something like that. Nobody can come today and say, I will build something like the Wise platform to make the SWIFT system more efficient. They will need the track record to prove that they can do it. And Wise has been building that. If they can do it for individuals, they can do it for businesses. Why not doing it for banks? So it's the same thing. That's the mode of Wise. Not PayPal, not Ripple. Nobody can come and do the same business as Wise. This is a wide mode that they have today. This is not an investment that is only for the next 2 years. It is a long-term investment. If you are going to ask me, for example, my second largest position, Crocs, if I see myself holding Crocs for 25 years, I don't know, because these things, trends, they change. But Wise, if things go as they are going right now, I see myself holding this company for 25 years. I would recommend you watch the video about Crocs next. Wonderful company. Have a nice day and goodbye.